What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how to block the best defense in Madden 21. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. Now, just like I said, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to block the best defense, or what I believe is the best defensive blitz in Madden 21. But before I do get into it, I do want to say, actually, I just finished playing my CFL Super Bowl today because yes, we did make it to the Super Bowl. So if you want to see that video, make sure you go check it out, exactly how we made it to the Super Bowl. And so basically the Super Bowl's over now and we are accepting more spots into the CFL. So for the CFL, it's free, completely free. It's gonna be PS4. I'm sorry, Xbox, I haven't been able to get an Xbox yet. I promise I want one. Hopefully Madden 22 I'll be able to get one. They're extremely hard to find though, but anyways, it's free. And all I ask is that you are just active, because I had to kick about 15 members because they just weren't active. Like, they were just inactive. So just be active. That's all I ask for. We are doing Group Me. We may test out Discord, so be able to have both. But for now, make sure you have Group Me. So if you're interested in that, please DM me on Instagram or DM me on Twitter, or just message me on PSN. My PSN's always in the description down below if you are interested in getting in. So let's go and get, oh, and also it probably will be fantasy more than likely. It will be a fantasy draft, and we'll draft. So let's go and get right into the video. So right here we have 335 odd. Now I already turned auto flip off. Now I'm not going through the whole setups and everything I like. I already have a video out on that, so if you want to check that out, please make sure you go check my playlist for my defense, and you'll see exactly how I love to set up my 335 odd. I just want to talk about how to block it. So let's just go to something like cover 3 sky. It doesn't matter. Now let's go into something where there's no tight end. So let's go to trips, tight end, offset. So let's go to something like curl combo. So the reason that this blitz is good, for those of y'all that don't know, all you need to do is just spread your linebackers, quarterback attain. Now we are on all pro, so that's why I do have him right here. I am on all pro just because that's what you'll run online. For this particular video, normally I do all Madden when I show my schemes, but if it's something specific, I like to make sure that I tell you guys I'm an all pro. So if we go and snap the ball right here, what you're gonna notice is that he's actually gonna come off the edge, boom, he's gonna screen at him, right? So let me kind of walk you through what most people will probably do. So what most people do from this point is, let's go and set up the defense. You see we got it set up right here. Most people, they'll probably try just IDing this guy to see, okay, will that actually work? You see we do have my ID, and as you can tell, boom, he's just gonna loop in again. So now, you know, you get people that's like, okay, well, what if I just slide my line that way? So most people, what they'll do is they'll take their line, they'll slide their line left. So you tell her, hold on, let's try it right here. So it didn't let me do it. Okay, so you see right here, the slide left, and then they'll probably say, okay, then I'll just ID this guy right here, right? So let's go and see if that works right here. I'm actually on the wrong controller. See, we got a line slid left right there, boom. Snap the balls, you're gonna be able to notice what? Now we just dumbed out 2 people. So at this point, this is where kind of people like to kind of give up on it, and they may start doing funny things. You start seeing people try to do this right here. And don't worry, I'm getting to a point on all this. I'm kind of showing you what not to do at the same time, and so you don't waste your time trying to do this in game, and you're just gonna get frustrated, because once you get frustrated, this defense becomes hell to stop, honestly. So again, you see the setup right here. And then now what most people will try to do is they'll like, okay, well, maybe if I move this way, step up in the pocket, but you tell he's actually still going to chase him down no matter what. So what most people will try now is, okay, let's just try. So I tried moving away from him. I tried IDing him. Now let me actually just try blocking my running back. Okay, fine, I'll block my running back. Now one thing I will mention is that if they're blocking the running back, pay attention. They're blocking 6 people, right? And we're only sending out what, 1, 2, 3. We're only sending 4 people. So automatically we win already. But let's go and set up the rest of the defense right here. Okay, it is set up. I couldn't remember or not. So most people do, they'll try to block their running back, and they will just go ahead and ID this person. So let's see how that works, right? So as you can tell, a lot of times the running back does kind of get there, but sometimes they'll actually do it to where he doesn't actually get to block him, and then sometimes they'll actually let a defensive line get a shed, just like you've seen. So yes, technically you could block it that way. It's just nowhere near consistent, and I'll show you again. I'll show you that again here real quick. And don't worry, I'm getting to a point to this. Please know I'm not just rambling. I just want you to understand what you can't do, so when I show you what you should do, you'll understand why. So again, let's go and snap the ball. So like I said, most people, even if you stand still, you can tell right there, if you just don't move, then a lot of times they'll actually still come in. And then most people, when they see that action, they'll get flustered in the pocket, they'll run, and they'll actually I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you exactly right here because I want you to fully understand exactly what I'm talking about. So let's say we block the running back, right? Let's say we snap the ball. Now most people would do, they'll be like, oh crap, they'll see him, and then they'll try to run out of the pocket. And now when that happens, normally it happens just like that, where the running back just actually dumbs out and doesn't block him. And then if that doesn't happen, then our quarterback and team would disengage and tackle him. So I kind of wanted you to understand before I get into anything else why you should not do everything that you just seen me do. So from this point on, this is what you want to do to block this. So one of the things you can do is you can have your running back lined up to the blitz inside. That is one way that can be effective. Now, there's a way to counter this on defense, but I don't know if I want to get into that this video, but there's a way to counter this with the running back right here. And then let's say you ID him this way. So now they actually will block him, as you can tell right there. Now you got time to do what you want. And at that point, it's just trying to make sure you don't get any sheds or anything like that, just trying to work the pocket. So again, I'll show you that here again, just to show you that that is pretty consistent. So yes, this is a consistent way you can block it to deal with it, but just know that there's a way that somebody can dumb out your running back. But like I said, I don't want to get into that this video because that's not what this video is designated for. So again, you can see right there, maybe you step up, I don't know, maybe then you just trying to make something happen. You have that option to be able to. So again, that's one way to block it. Now, if you don't want to give up a running back motion, another thing you can do is actually have your tight end to that side of the formation. So now again, you see right here we do have it set up, so you can actually put your running back out on the route, but you actually need to block your tight end most of the time. Now there's going to be some formations, actually let me see if this one will work actually. So because sometimes all you need to do is actually just be able to knock this guy off his course, and if you knock him off just slightly, a lot of times that will actually block it itself basically. So you see how the tight end bumps him just perfect like that. That's exactly what I wanted to show you. So don't mind the throw, I just kind of threw it, but I'm actually going to replay with this because I don't want to show another example. So please make sure you guys pay attention because it's going to be really important, because there's different formations that do this, like bunch tight end does it, bunch does it. So as long as you have something to where the tight end can bump this guy, so you see how he bumped him right there, what's going to happen is it's going to change his angle, because the reason this blitz is so good is because of the angle that he takes. So you see how his angle changes and now the left tackle is able to block him. That's going to happen just like that every single time. Now another thing, if you don't know if they'll be able to block him or not, so you can always block your tight end. Blocking your tight end will stop it if you're doing it to the tight end side. So you'll see that here, right here. You actually don't even need to ID him, to be honest. You just need to block your tight end. So you see how he blocks him now. So now, maybe we can step, make a read. Maybe, maybe we can take off in the pocket or whatever. So that's another way that you can stop it. And also, I want to say the reason I'm doing this video too is because I had a lot of people try to say, oh, it's just a nano, or you're so cheesy for running it. But as you guys are saying, there's a lot of ways you can block it. So, to me, it doesn't seem like cheesy just because you can't block it, So it's not like you just can't. You just have to know how to block it, which is not hard, as you'll be able to tell. Now, let's say you don't want to flip your tight end, right? Let's say, okay, well, how can I do it where I don't have to flip my tight end? So one of the ways you can do, let me go and set up right here, is you can actually just double team this guy right here, and then you can actually ID this person right here. Now what would normally happen is you would normally need to block your running back, so I'm actually gonna block my running back. If your running back's not to that side, I just find that works better. You see how he kind of comes in and now he does like this little weird shuffle, and that normally happens every single time when you do that. Now again, there's a way to counter this as well, but I don't want to go into that in this video, so I'm not going to, but that is one of the ways. And you actually have to really fully understand the defense to know if somebody's doing that and how you can counter them doing that. So that's kind of like where the smarts comes in. So I just needed to make sure I got that out there too, that there's a way to counter about everything somebody does. You can always counter on Madden. That's one of the things I do like about Madden. But anyways, going to do the same setup, and I'm gonna show you that again here. Normally I like to have my running back on the same side as him to where I don't have to do this, but it is the most efficient way. So this right here actually is a little bit more efficient if he's opposite. Now don't ask me why, that's just what I noticed when I face his defense myself, is doing this setup right here. It actually is going to block it 1000% of the time, and you almost never get hollered at. You always have time to make some type of read, no matter what. So I just needed to make sure that I did show that. Now I believe there might be one more way that you can block it. Let me see something. I think there's one way that you can do it to where you don't have to move. Let me see. I want to say this way can block it too if you double team. I'm not sure. I actually want to try this one out. I believe so, because if you can double team his D tackle and block the edge, then a lot of times that works too. Oh yeah. So okay, I think that might be a way. So I'm just throwing that. Hopefully it picks it up. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go down, because if you can do this way, then it actually counter what you can counter on offense. I know you're probably like, huh? But just know that I probably suggest doing this way if it works like that every single time. Let's see. So you see how we double team? We're gonna double team the D tackle, and we're gonna ID right here. Now this would be my preferred way as long as it works out 1000% of the time, but you can tell right there it doesn't. So don't actually do that one. That was actually just me kind of labbing. I wanted to see if you can probably do it another way, but it seems to be the most efficient way. Honestly, just double teaming right here and then doing this right here. And I believe you have to block your running back. Yeah, so, well, you don't have to really block your running back. Okay, so that's something else that's pretty cool. So if you don't want to block your running back, then it technically is possible, for what I'm seeing, that you can actually just kind of move yourself to the right and then allow that guard to actually pick them up. So let's try that again. Let's see right here. So if we move this way, yeah, so you see that right there. That's another way you can do. So let's say like you don't want to block the running back and you want to send them out on a route, but you want to double team, then technically that does work. Now the reason why that works, I apologize, I hit the train. I hate that happens, man. It's like every time I go to record, the train want to come through. But the reason that this is possible, because if you count, we have 5 people blocking, right? And they're only blitzing 4 people, right? So when we double team, we're essentially having a 4-on-4, right? Because he's gonna double team right here, right? So we got 2-on-1. We have 1 person right here, and now what? We have 1 person right here, and we have 1 person right here. So what I was saying is that if you step up in the pocket, then all you have to do is just make sure that guard, well, that tackle can block that looping guy, and you're good. Now, of course, a way to counter this on defense if you just send 1 more person. But like I said, that's playing game of chess. You know, we're not talking about chess right now. I'm just kind of showing you guys different ways that you can block it. So if you want to send your running back on a route, this seems like to be the best way to do it right here. You can do the same thing. You just need to make sure you're able to step this way kind of, and now, you know, now you need to be able to work the pocket. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to put this out because I had a couple of y'all ask me how to block it. I know some of y'all was curious yourselves how to block it, and I know some of you guys face this and you just don't know what to do. And last thing, for those of y'all that are still here, another thing you can do against this, most people don't know, just run the ball. It's actually not that good in run unless you know how to set it up to be good versus the run. You can tell right here, you can kind of just gash it. Right there wasn't the best example, but there's some runs that do gash it. So don't be afraid to test out different run plays. And that by itself will make people not want to run it, because most people do not know how to set up run defense out of it. But anyways, I promise that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I appreciate all you guys who are still checking out my videos. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.